Experience is the best teacher in life. Teachers can't teach you really much. One thing teachers can do is tell you. You have to experience life yourself. And what I would tell people is this. Um, Being adopted is probably one of the most lonely feelings in the world. For one, it's lonely because you know somebody gave you up. Second is because the people who take you in, the people who took me in, they want to change you. Like I've always stated, my people who adopted me, my parents, adopted parents, they were always educated, driven. So I always hated education. There was no middle ground. It was either you go to school or you're a failure. And these people are Christians, and like I tell anybody, degrees are man-made. God gives gifts. If you look at the richest man on earth, he may have a degree now, but he's a Harvard dropout. I don't know if Warren Buffett has a degree. I know Mark Zuckerberg, who will be the richest man on earth, Harvard dropout. You cannot equate a gift to education. I mean, look at Floyd Mayweather. He is a high school dropout. 50 Cent, Jay-Z, T.I. All these people didn't have education. They had God-given gifts. But they had support. I can remember Floyd saying his mother always told him, "Baby, you the best." Well, my situation was the opposite. I've always had people telling me I was a loser because, I didn't believe what they believed. I just got this paperwork. The sad part about it, I learned that I was adopted because when I was about 5. And there was a lot of us upstairs, me and my sister, and a lot of friends in the neighborhood. And, we all in there. And somebody said something to her about, "Yeah, your brother this." She said, "He's not my brother. He's adopted." So from the age of 5, I started inquiring and asking my parents, "Who are my birth parents? Can I meet them?" And they always either didn't say shit or told me they didn't have any info. Well, I wrote them a letter yesterday. Mind you, I'm 41. I'll be 42 this year. I've been asking them all my life. They just gave me a letter yesterday showing the adoption, how I got adopted and where I came from. Am I bitter? I hold some resentment, but I'm grateful because I didn't know where to start. And I've been inquiring about it. I have so many God-given gifts. Like, these people can't understand it. Like Mother's Day, I don't even really believe in that shit, but when, people would give cards, they say I was cheap, but I never believed in buying store-bought cards. I would take a picture, cut it out, glue it on a piece of paper, and put my heart on paper. They told me it was bootleg or all that shit, but the fucked up part about that is this is the fucked up part, especially black people are so brainwashed. When a child is small and he gives his mother a handwritten card, the mother is flabbergasted. She's excited. She's, oh my God, because it's from the heart. When you do it when you're older, it's like a nigga trying to be cheap. No, that card in the store cannot say what I'm trying to say. That picture on that card in the store was not made by me for you. It was made by a machine. But the mindset of these black people nowadays, it's like if it's not paid for, it doesn't mean anything. When in all actuality, even the card in the store was made by somebody. It just wasn't made by somebody for you. It was made by somebody for anybody who wants to purchase a card. I'm just elated that I'm close to finding out who my birth parents are. I told people, I've always, well, not always, I just found out about 6 months ago who they say I was related to. And it makes sense. If you look at my creative nature, you look, I got 7 movies out, all them videos, handmade clothes, I make everything. It's a no-brainer. And I think once I finally find out 100%, I will be at peace, man, because I've always acted out, had a reckless nature, because in my opinion, nobody really gave a fuck about me. It was always what they thought about my life, and not what I felt or experienced with my life. You know, and what do I mean? Like, I would say I could never hold a conversation with my dad, because when we sit down and talk, it's always a fucking argument. It's always what he thinks or he believes. It's not what I've actually endured. Case in point, like when I was out there fucking with drugs and shit, I'd be like, Dad, I used drugs because, I couldn't talk to you. So, the streets became my family. Drugs became my mama. And, oh no, you use drugs because you want to use drugs. Don't blame that shit on. But it's a known fact. However, it's a known fact that people use drugs because they're missing something. They're codependent. It's something that they're missing. And they have to do a more inventory of themselves. This is documented in research. However, man, when you in a family like this, it's what they believe. It's not what the truth is. It's not what scientific facts are. It's what they believe, and everybody's going to be against you. Like they said, well, this is your sister. She doesn't even. She just found out my phone number, and she lives in the same city. Me and her husband are close like brothers, but they've always hated on me. I've worked for people in this family. They haven't paid me. Nobody says a word. It's just, I'm just tired of this shit, man. And, I've always been threatened with, well, you can get the fuck out. Knowing I didn't have anywhere to go. I don't have any family. And they could tell, the people that they said I was family, they'd be like, oh, that's your cousin, that's your aunt. They would tell them, don't let them in, or don't talk to them. All of them going to stick together. And where does that leave me? By myself. That's been my entire life. Like, all of them have always been together, and I've always been by myself. I've always thought differently. I always thought like a brand builder, entrepreneur, business person, on my own. I never thought like the common worker, employee. And for that reason, I've been ridiculed. Said that I thought I was better, or I was dumb. I was living in a dream world. Shit would never work. People like Tyler Perry, Sidney Poitier, Oprah Winfrey, Bill Gates, Oprah Winfrey, T.I., 50 Cent, Floyd Mayweather. The people who excel to that pinnacle in life, they don't get there because they are no different. They get there because they are ambitious. They do. You have to have that self-belief. Self-belief is the best belief. You have to have that persistence, that dedication, admiration. I mean, if I don't do it for me, I know they won't. See, in this family, satisfaction comes from pleasing them. It's not even about God. Because like I tell people, there's not one person, these people are Christians, but they defy everything the Bible says. There's not one person in the Bible, one, who had a degree. People in the Bible speaks on gifts. Read and Acts. These people had gifts. Even Jesus, who preached, he didn't have a theological degree. He started preaching at 13, I want to say, and it was just a gift. If you believe in the Bible. The Apostle Paul, none of these people he preached from prison. None of these people had a degree. They all had gifts. So, it's just sad. Like, I never had anybody to talk to. Nobody could relate. Especially being black. Black people don't understand nothing about building brands. If you're black, just get a job. But like I always tell people, the only way you can get a job is if you do two things: work for the government or work for somebody who started a business. But when you're black, people just won't believe in you. They say it won't work for you. You know, you got to go out here and get the white dude that started that job. And not only he probably stole the idea from a black man, but in order for him to have a business, he had to start a business. But that's neither here nor there. I'm excited about finding exactly who I am and where I came from. You know, I've always had like little bullshit health issues. These people ain't give a fuck, like for real. I mean, all of them know. Like my mother's side of the family, they know they got breast cancer issues, so they can go and get screened for breast cancer. You know, that's important for them. They always tell the next generation, make sure you get screened for breast cancer. You know, it runs in our family. But when I asked about my people to know my history, they, oh no, you're gonna be alright. You don't need to worry about your mama. Why did you worry about we your mama and dad? I mean, but when I go to the doctor, what the fuck do I tell them? They never gave a fuck. You know, I'm about 99% sure of who my family is. It's sad. You know, my daughter had scoliosis. She almost died because of her spine was so crooked. That could have been prevented had I known who my birth parents were, and I could have did the research, and we could have known that. You know, my back always hurt. We had spine disorder in the family. I used to tell him my back hurt. Oh, your back don't hurt. Ain't nobody else in this family got back problem. It was a facade because I'm not of this family. You know, people are like, why would you say that? It's the fucking truth. That nigga you telling me is my cousin is not my cousin. I don't look like him, and I damn sure don't act like these people, man. Like, these people make their own truth up. You know what I'm saying? Or they ignore the truth. And they all band together to support a lie and make it the truth. You know, all I want to do is find my people, man. That's it. Whether they accept me or not, I just want to know who the fuck I am, where I come from. Maybe I got brothers and sisters out there. Maybe I got aunts out there. Maybe I got uncles, mother, father, grandmother. Where do I come? I don't even really look 100% black. You know, like, if you look at my legs, most black people do not have hair on their legs like that. Their legs are like, you look, next time you look at somebody black, look at their legs. The hair on their legs are like sparsely spaced out. My eyebrows are extremely thick. I have to cut them. And then I'm a giver. Most black people are extremely thin. Like here, man, my mother, like, she'll have some shit that she can't use. And won't give it to somebody who can use it. Just keep it, just for the sake of not allowing nobody else to have it or being nasty. I'm not like that. If I have something, anybody come, especially like one of my little brothers or something, they come over here and be like, Juan's can I have this? If I ain't using it, nigga, yeah, you can have it. That's what it's for. It's for somebody who can use it. So I've always thought differently. You know, I'm on the road just to find my people. People, man, I got a movie coming out on, and I'm not the only one in America, you know, but I think it's extremely, I think a document should be signed, when people adopt children, to say, at 18 years old, if this individual wants to know, who his parents are, I think he should be entitled, he should be aware to let people, you know, to go back to that place and say, here's your birth mother. Here's your birth father. You know, even if they don't want to fuck with you, you need to know this information. You need to know where you come from. You know, these people might have heart attacks at 35 or 40. You never fucking know. You fucking drop dead. And it could have been prevented had you had the proper information. Why do you think they go to the doctor and get breast cancer screened? It's fine for them to do it. But for me, I got to suffer. Like, my ears always been fucked up. Always. Nobody could tell me. Nobody gave a fuck. You know, and that shit is fucking sad, man, but I'm still pressing forward, man. I'm still believing in my dreams, man. Still believing in what I do and how I do it, man. Bigger things that come from you, boy, ones that are done. My new movie coming out, Searching for My Family. I don't know the title of it, but it's a smash hit. 42 years, man, almost. I'll be 42 in July, man. I'm just getting to the point where I got information on who I was and where I come from, man. 42 fucking years. Persistence pays. Persistence kills resistance. You know, pressing forward, pushing toward tomorrow.